Abraham Maslow is sitting in his study in Columbia University in the States, and he's writing his theory of human motivation, okay? And his choice in terms of writing this particular piece is because he's been studying what he called exemplary people. I went and did a little bit of research. So who were these exemplary people he chose? And it was people like Albert Einstein and Eleanor Roosevelt, which I think we would all agree are definitely, we would say as exemplary. But his reasons for choosing them were fascinating. His reasons for choosing them was because he felt that if he studied those that were debased humanity, or those that were failing humanity, or those that were humanity that were really, really in trouble, that what he would do, and I'm going to do this because it really is his quote, he would create a cripple psychology or a cripple philosophy. Anyway, we've gone on in business to use Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and in fact it is probably, well it's not probably, it is cited as being probably the most referenced psychologist of all time in this kind of field. Maslow's hierarchy of needs basically states that in order to achieve self-actualization or self-transcendence, one needs to actually have all our basic needs in place. We need to be satisfied on all those levels: belonging, security, food, health, all of those things. On the other side of the world, at around about the same time, 1944, Viktor Frankl is moved from the Jewish ghetto in Austria to a prisoner of war camp called Kaufering, which was associated with Dachau. While he is in the prisoner of war camp, he is treated as slave labor. He loses his family and sustains himself by choosing to find meaning and purpose in his life by researching those self-same people that a Maslow would not have researched, those people who really were in the basest conditions one could find oneself in. And based on his research, he came up with a book that is incredibly well known around the world, and I think probably should be better known, Man's Search for Meaning. There's an apocryphal story about the two of them, and I'm pretty certain that if we went and dug, we would never find these letters. But over the years, many letters went between Maslow and Viktor Frankl, where they both argued their side of the case. And apparently, in Maslow's last weeks alive, he finally wrote to Viktor Frankl and he said, "I really believe that I should have inverted the pyramid. It should actually have been the other way around." Now, the reason I tell you this story is because I think we are in a time and place now where there is very definitely a call for meaning and purpose. And I think there are two very key reasons for why this is happening. The first is that as human beings, we seek to constantly evolve our identities. And the place where we spend the majority of our time nowadays is work. So our work identity is absolutely critical to the way that we see ourselves. And I don't think as human beings we can no longer find our meaning and purpose outside the workplace. We have to be given opportunities internally.